Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tastefully Balanced. I'm Miriam, and today I thought it would be fun to show you what I eat on a typical work from home day. So I'm fortunate enough to be able to work from home certain days, and I've built kind of a routine around those days on what I do, typically what I eat. So I thought I'd show you an example of a day where I'm working from home and kind of show you what I would eat. So stay tuned to watch what I eat on a work from home day. So, the first thing I like to do after getting up is get a good workout in, a good 30 minutes. And this is regardless of if I'm going into the office or working from home, I make sure that working out is my first priority. And it just really helps me wake up, it gets my blood pumping, I get a good sweat, and it really sets the mood for the rest of the day for me. So after a good 30-minute workout, I like to drink a ton of water, and then I like to drink a apple cider lemon water drink. And that is just a half a cup of water with a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and a juice of half a lemon. And it's not the best tasting, it's definitely an acquired taste, but I've gotten into the habit of making sure to drink this before I have any food in my system, and you kind of get used to the taste after a while, and the benefits outweigh the taste a lot. So you can read up on it, but some of the benefits of apple cider vinegar is that it lowers cholesterol, it improves your skin quality, it increases metabolism, and it supports gut health. And then the lemon juice is a good source of vitamin C, and it helps with digestion. So after a quick shower, I like to make myself a cup of tea. Usually it's green tea. My favorite is the green tea with jasmine. I will just pour a hot cup of water into a mug. You'll notice my cute little cat mug that I have. And then I'll just put the tea bag in and just let it steep. I just leave my tea bag in. But meanwhile, I decided to toast up 2 slices of bread along with putting a couple slices of turkey bacon into the oven. And then I just spread some avocado onto my toast. I sliced up a couple pieces of red onion and tomatoes. And it was a pretty simple breakfast for me. It was just avocado toast with the turkey bacon, tomatoes, red onions, and then my favorite sweet and hot jalapenos from Trader Joe's that I showed you guys on that haul video. And then really I have it with a side of tomatoes. And I usually will take that into my office, and I'll just eat my breakfast while checking emails, getting back to people, kind of a slow start to my day, getting into that rhythm. So yeah, that is breakfast. So since I typically have my breakfast around 7:38, I start getting a little hungry around 10:30. So I like to grab a quick snack around that time. In this case, I washed some red grapes, and then this crisp bread that I bought from Trader Joe's is delicious with some cashew butter. By the way, cashew butter is my new favorite nut butter. It's so good. But I decided to spread a little bit of cashew butter and then top it off with some chia seeds. And then I just like to take a little break from my desk and have my snack at my kitchen and just kind of go through my phone. Usually around 12:30 or 1, I like to take a break for lunch. And if I'm at home, I like to warm up my dish on the stove top or make it fresh. In this case, I was just warming up some butternut squash soup that I had left over from the night before, and I've already shared this recipe with you guys. I'll link it below so you can find it easily. But yeah, I just topped it off with some crispy onions, and that was lunch. Around 3 o'clock or 4, I like to grab a quick snack before I start prepping for dinner and close out of work for the day. In this case, I was just having a pear. Pears are so delicious right now since they are in season. And then I just grabbed a bowl of mixed nuts. So just almonds, cashews, walnuts, pecans, and that will be a little quick snack before dinner time. So for dinner, I wanted to make chicken quesadillas, but with a homemade green tomato salsa. So here I am making the salsa. I have my heat on medium, and I'm just going to be dumping everything into this big pot. So I put my green tomatoes in, I'm going to add my onions, and then I'll also be adding some red bell pepper, some garlic, and jalapenos. I'll have the exact recipe linked below, but it's a super easy recipe. I just dump everything into this big pot. I just dump cilantro in, and then wait for it to come to a boil and let it boil away for about 40 minutes. I'm also adding some vinegar, and then also I juiced lime, so I'm going to add some lime juice to this, and then just a very few basic spices, so salt, cumin, oregano, black pepper, chili powder, and a little bit of sugar. And then I'm just gonna stir this around and wait for kind of the tomatoes to get a little bit mushy and release some liquid, and then it's just gonna boil for about 40 minutes. And then after 40 minutes, you can take a masher or anything to kind of just mash the green tomatoes to the consistency that you would like. If you wanted a little bit more smoother, of course, you could just blend it. But I just took one of those potato mashers and mashed it to the consistency I liked. So to make the quesadilla, all I did was heat up a pan on medium, sprayed it with a little Pam, and then I had these flaxseed tortillas, so I just put one in the pan to kind of warm up a little bit. I took some of that homemade green salsa that I just showed you and spread it on one side of the tortilla. And then I took some leftover chicken that I had made the night before and spread that on top. You can totally leave out the chicken if you don't want any kind of meat, or you can just use any type of chicken. And then I just top it with a little bit of cheese. In my case, I had some Monterey and cheddar cheese mixture that I used, and cheddar cheese would also work really well with this, or a Mexican blend. But yeah, and then you can really do anything. I kept it super simple for this night, but you can add some jalapenos, onions, anything. Since I had already done that with my salsa, I decided to not add anything extra to this, and it was good. I made 2 for dinner, and then I also made a couple for my husband, and that was dinner for us. Super simple, super easy. If you have salsa laying around, it's even simpler because you don't even have to make the salsa. So that was it. That was dinner. All right, there you guys go. What I would typically eat on a work from home day. So of course this always changes and I'm always varying it up, but I try to keep it simple and make sure that even though I am at home, that I'm eating breakfast, lunch, and my snacks around the same time I would if I was in the office. And then during the weeknights, I always try to keep dinner really simple so that I don't have to spend too much time in the kitchen, or I love to meal prep too, so I'll definitely have to share those ideas with you. But yeah, if you like these types of videos, please comment, like, and share, and subscribe if you want to see more of these types of videos. And as always, remember to live life tastefully balanced.